welcome student, myself Mehboob Pasha, and today in this session we will discuss the graphical representation of motion. Okay, so in this section we will discuss velocity time graph. In last class we have discussed about distance time graph. So look at here students. So this graph represents what? Uniform velocity of an object. What this graph represents? This graph represents the uniform velocity of an object. Okay, so the object is moving with the uniform velocity is represented by this graph. So here students, y-axis represents velocity in kilometer per hour and x-axis represents time in hour. Okay, so look at here students carefully. So during the first hour, the velocity of the body or the velocity of the car is what? 40 km per hour. Next, during the second hour, again the velocity is 40 km per hour. During the third hour, the velocity is 40 km per hour, and during the fourth hour, the velocity is also 40 km per hour. Okay, so here the object is moving with a constant velocity. Here, is there any change of velocity? No. Here there is no any change of velocity. So here acceleration is what? 0. So why? Because the body is moving with the uniform velocity. So students, as the body is moving with the uniform velocity, the height of the graph will not increase. Okay, as the body is moving with the uniform velocity, so the height of the graph will not increase. Okay, or it will not decrease, it will remain straight. So here you are getting a straight line parallel to x-axis as the body is moving with the uniform velocity. So here you are getting a straight line parallel to x-axis. So dear students, so here you can find the distance traveled by the object or a body. You can find the distance traveled by the object between the time interval t1 and t2. Okay, so here also you can find the distance traveled by the car or the body during the time interval t1 and t2, which is moving with a velocity 40 km per hour. So for this, consider 2 points. Okay, so let it be A and B. So now draw the perpendicular line perpendicular to x-axis. Draw the perpendicular line. So this represents what? This represents what? It looks like rectangle now. So here the area under this rectangle, will gives you the distance traveled by the object in the time interval t1 and t2. Okay, so here the area under this graph will gives you the distance traveled by the object within the under the time interval t1 and t2. So here I am taking this is t1 and this is t2. So name it as A, B, C, D. Okay, so here DC represents what? Time interval. DC represents time interval, the length AB, or BC represents time interval BC, or AD represents velocity. Okay, so here BC or AD represents velocity, and AB or DC represents time interval. Okay, time interval. So students, okay, so here what is this graph? It looks like rectangle now. So distance covered is equals to area under ABCD. Okay, so look at here students, as this is rectangle, so what is the area of rectangle? Length into breadth. Okay, so length into breadth. So here what is length? AB is the length, no? AB is the length, or DC is the length. So here length represents what? Time interval t2 minus t1. Okay, why we are taking t2 minus t1 means, so we are calculating the distance traveled by the object within this time interval. Okay, so why we are taking t2 minus t1? So we are taking t2 minus t1 because we need to calculate the distance traveled by the object within this time interval. So here breadth, this height represents the breadth. So what is it height? BC, what is this? 40 kilometer now. Look at here. This AD or BC represents 40 kilometer. Okay. So 40 kilometer. This T1, sorry, T2 is what? We have taken T2 as 4. Okay. 4 minus. What is T2? We have taken 1. So here 40 kilometer per hour. So 4 minus 1 is what? 3. And this is what? 40. And this is what? Hour. So 3 4s are 12, here 0. So what is the distance? Okay, the distance covered is what? 120 kilometer. The distance. The distance covered by okay, so here the distance covered by the object within the time interval, that is 1 hour to 4 hours. The distance covered by the object from 1 hour to 2 hours, or the distance covered by the object within 1 hour to 4 hours is what? 120 kilometer. So we need not to write here hour. Why? Because if you write here hour, it will become 120 kilometer per hour. We are not calculating the speed here. We are calculating the distance covered by the object. So here T2 minus T1 is what? 3. Okay. So next, what is this 40? It is a uniform velocity. So what we are calculating here means we are calculating the distance traveled by the object in 3 hours. Distance traveled by the object in 3 hours and it is 120 kilometer. Now students, we shall discuss the graph of uniform acceleration. Okay, so now we shall discuss the graph of the object which is moving in a uniform acceleration. Okay, so take an example. Okay, so here the car is moving with the uniform acceleration. So here the car is moving with the uniform acceleration. So look at here students. Y axis represents velocity in meter per second, whereas x axis will represent the time in seconds. So here look at here. Okay, so when the time is 0, the object is at rest. Okay, so in first 5 seconds, the velocity of the object is 10 meter per second. During first 5 seconds, the velocity of the object is 10 meter per second. During next 5 seconds, the velocity of the object is 20 meter per second. And during next 5 seconds, the velocity of the object is 30 meter per second. And during next 5 seconds, the velocity of the object is 40 meter per second. And during next 5 seconds, the velocity of the object is 50 meter per second. So here the velocity of the car is increased by 10 meter per second for every 5 seconds. Okay, so look at here. For every 5 seconds, the velocity is increasing 10 meter per second. So here the velocity is changing now. The velocity is what? Changing. And look at the change. The change is constant now. So first, during 5 seconds, the velocity was 10 meters. So during next 10 seconds, velocity 20. Next 15 seconds, velocity 30. Next 20 seconds, velocity 40. Okay. So for each 5 seconds, the velocity is increased by 10 meter per second. So here, the car is moving with the uniform velocity. So now my dear students, so using this graph, we can calculate the acceleration. We can calculate the acceleration of the car at any point. Using this graph, we can calculate the acceleration of the car at any point, and using this graph, we can calculate the distance traveled by the car between any time intervals, that is T1 and T2. So here we can calculate the acceleration of the car, as well as we can calculate the distance traveled by the car in the time interval t1 and t2, which we need to assume. So look at here, students. So first let us find out the acceleration. So here you just take 2 points. So I am here taking just this point. Okay, so this point, this one. So A, I am naming it A, and this is B. So just draw the perpendicular line from this point. Draw the perpendicular line, okay, from this point, and from this point also draw the perpendicular line. Now, from A and B have drawn the perpendicular line. So now from B, draw the horizontal line. From B, draw the horizontal line. Let these lines meet at a point C. So now, look at here, students. This BC represents what? Time interval. BC represents time interval. That is T1, T2. Now AC represents was change in velocity. AC represents was change in velocity. Look at here. Here the velocity is 40 meter per second. And look at here. Here the velocity C at a point C. Okay, which is corresponds to B. So this we can take as U, initial velocity. You are calculating the acceleration at these 2 points. Okay, so here look at the correspondence velocity at the point C, that is 30 meter per second. So here we can take this as U, initial velocity, and look at the velocity at the point A, 50 meter per second now. So we can take as V. So now acceleration equals to V minus U by time. V minus U by time. So here, what is V? V is what? 50, no? And what is U? 30. So here, 50 minus 30 by time. So here we have taken the time interval T2 and T1. So T2 minus T1. Okay, so here we can use 50 minus 30 is 20. So T2 minus T1. T2 is what? 25 and T1 is 15. T2 is 25 and T1 is 15. Okay, so 20 divided by 15 minus 25 minus 15 is 10. 25 minus 15 is 10. And what is the answer? 2 meter per second square. Okay, so what is the acceleration? So here the acceleration of the car which is going with the uniform acceleration. Okay, so the acceleration of a car which is moving with a uniform acceleration is what? 2 meter per second square. Okay, so here what is the acceleration? The acceleration of the car is what? 2 meter per second square. Now we shall calculate the distance traveled by the car. Now we shall calculate the distance traveled by the car in the time interval T2 and T1. So you can assume any time interval here. Okay, so you can either assume these two as time interval. You can take these two, or you can take these two. So now what I am doing, I am seeing what is the distance. Okay, I want to know what is the distance traveled by the car between these two time intervals. So here again said you need to assume any 2 points. So draw the perpendicular. So again draw the line which is meeting at a C. Okay, so here the area under this graph. Okay, so here the area under this graph will gives you the distance traveled by the car in the time interval T2 and T1. Okay, so the area under this graph will gives you the distance traveled by the car within the time interval T2 and T1. So my dear students, look at this. Okay, so this area is divided into 2 parts. Okay, so this you can consider as a triangle. It looks like triangle now, and it looks like rectangle. Okay, so here distance covered equals to area of rectangle. We need to calculate this area now. So distance covered is equals to area of rectangle plus area of triangle. Area of rectangle plus area of triangle. Okay, so distance covered is equals to area of rectangle plus area of triangle. This is a rectangle now, and this is a triangle. So what is the area of rectangle? Length into breadth. That is, length is what? You can assume length as, okay, so see here, you can name it A, B, C, D, E. Okay, you can mark the points. You can assume length as BE or CD. I am assuming BE. And breadth as BC or DE. I am assuming DC. Next, plus area of rectangle. What is the area of rectangle? Half into base into height. So here half into what is base? Base is what? BC. BC into what is height? Height is AC. Height is what? AC. So students, look at here. BE no and BC. B into BC. Okay, so look at here. What is BC? Sorry, B. Look at this one. 30 no. BE represents 30 meter per second. Okay, so here we take as BE 30 into BC. So what is BC? BC is a time interval, no? Time interval. So here T2 minus T1 plus half into again BC. Again this BC represents what? Time interval, no? T2 minus T1 and AC. Okay. Look at here students. This part. AC represents what? From 30 to 50. Okay. AC is, look at your middle point is there no one. So each point corresponds to 10. Okay. So 10 plus 10, 20. So here AC represents 20. AC represents 20. 10 plus 10. Okay. 10 plus 10. AC represents 20. BC represents time interval. So look at here. 30. T2 minus T1. T2 is 25 and T1 is 15. Plus half into same 25 minus 15 into 20. So now 30, 25 minus 15 is 10 plus 1 by 2. This is again 10 into 20. So look at it, here cancel this one. 2 ones are 2 tens are 20. So 30 into 10 is 300 plus 10 into 10, 100. As we have taken these things in meters, 300 plus 100, 400. Okay. So 300 plus 100 is what? 400. So look at here students. The distance covered by the car in the time interval T2 and T1. The distance covered by the car in the time interval T2 and T1 is what? How much? 400 meter. Okay. So how much distance the car has covered within the time interval T2 and T1? The car has covered a distance of 400 meters. Now look at this graph students. So here the velocity in this graph, okay, so in this graph, look at this, look at the slope, look at the slope. So here, what you can tell about from this graph, just think, okay, so slope is a downward slope is there. So what you can think, so here, look at here, when the time is 0, the velocity was, the velocity was 20 meter, okay, the velocity was 20 meter per second. When the time is 1, it is fall 19 or 18 meters. So when the time is 2 seconds, the velocity was 18 meter per second. Okay. So here in this graph, you can understand that the motion of an object. Okay. So sorry. In this graph, you can tell that the acceleration of an object is decreasing. The acceleration of a car or an object is decreasing with the time. Okay. So here, as the time increases, the acceleration of a car decreases. Okay, so here what we can know about from this graph? We can say that the acceleration of the object is decreasing, okay, as the slope is downwards now. So here we can say the acceleration of the object is decreasing with the time. Okay, so now look at this graph, students. So this graph indicates what? Non-uniform acceleration. Non-uniform acceleration. Why? Because at some points the velocity increases, at some points the velocity decreases. Okay. What you can tell from this graph? You can tell that this graph is of what? The object moving with a non-uniform acceleration. Okay. So this graph is of object which is moving with a non-uniform acceleration. Why? Because at some points, okay, as the time proceeds, at some points the velocity increases, at some points the velocity decreases, again increases, again decreases. Okay, so this graph represents what? Non-uniform acceleration of an object.